So I was convinced on following God since like halfway through high school. I had accepted Christ when I was like really young, but I feel like God revealed himself to me during high school, like in his truthfulness and goodness, and like I learned what it looked like to cultivate a personal relationship with God through like spending time in his word and in prayer and like being able to serve and love his people, and I really enjoyed it a lot and was like really excited to follow God, and I knew he was like true and that like following him was fulfilling. And then I went to College Connection my senior year and I did not have a good time at all. I was like really sad about, I don't know, just my group, and I like looking back on the time, I can realize that like I guess I had a lot of expectations of how I felt like my group should love me well, of like I am able to love the new people who come into my high school group, like how come this college group can't love me in that way? And I felt like really sad about it. Also, like people were like with my high school group, I was just like louder with them, and then people in my college group, I was just like quieter. I think I realized in transitions I'm just like quieter, and so people just thought that was my personality, so they didn't realize I was like being a bitch the whole time on the side. And so I think it was also really weird for me to like understand that following God in my high school group was like really fun for me, and like was able to do that well there. And then going into my college group, it's not like it was bad by any means, but it just had different strengths and weaknesses, and it was hard for me to comprehend how like I could be in a really good high school group and like it just looks differently in college group, even though God's still at work in both groups. Moving into the house was a really fun time. It was really fun being able to share my life with like my new roommates, and being able to like ask them different questions of like, I read this in the Bible and I don't understand what it means, or be able to like open up with them about what was going on in my day, and also hear about what was like going on in their life as well. And I think it was helpful to have like the perspective of like going into College Connection, I had like a bad attitude about it and just like sat in my observations and ultimately like bitterness and cynicism. But then like moving into the house, I was able to like also see different ways that they could grow in, but instead of like being cynical about it, realizing that I could like play a role in them growing and like striving towards God more in their relationship.
So what do you think about your group now?
I love them a lot. Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be awkward for them to watch this. But yeah, I think it's fun because it's like over the summer, like our boys were over like all the time, and me and my roommates are like, it's so fun that like it feels like we're one big happy family. But it's like cool to be able to like see the different ways our group has grown in. And it's not like I did all the work, but it's cool that I like played a role in it, and like I really wanted to see our group grow in this certain way, and like being able to see that now and being like, I was able to help with that.